Voice A, framing A3. Some say, I remember, make of it what you will. Some say love is a feeling, soft, fleeting, unreliable. Others say it's a belief, useful for sermons, dangerous for laboratories. I've come to think they're both missing the point. Love, at least the kind that endures, behaves less like emotion and more like a field, subtle, persistent, and powerful enough to bend trajectories without ever announcing itself. The oldest tool. We never catalogued. Every civilization catalogues its tools: stone, bronze, iron, silicon. We measure progress by what we can build, how fast we can build it, and how far it can take us. But no one ever drew schematics for the force that kept tribes together through famine, that held families intact after wars that erased entire cities, that brought wounded soldiers home when their bodies survived, but their spirits lagged behind. Call it love. Call it compassion. Call it coherence if that makes it easier to place on a whiteboard. Whatever the name, it functions. Compassion under load. I've seen men survive things that should have shattered them, not because they were stronger, but because someone stayed. No analysis. No cure-all phrases. Just presence. In engineering terms, that's redundancy. In field terms, it's stabilization. A system under extreme stress doesn't fail because of force alone. It fails because it loses alignment. So do people. Some say compassion is passive. I've watched it hold systems together long after logic gave up. Love as a resonant state. Dan Winter talks about coherence, about systems aligning so energy flows without loss. Mystics talk about love, about alignment of heart, will, and awareness. Different languages, same phenomenon. When people feel safe, their breathing changes. Their heart rhythms stabilize. Their minds stop fragmenting. The body knows before the intellect that it has entered a different field. That's not sentiment. That's physics expressed through flesh. Some call it placebo. I call it an unacknowledged variable. Why fear never builds anything that lasts. Fear is a powerful motivator, but it's a terrible architect. Fear builds bunkers, not bridges. Fear accelerates extraction, not stewardship. Fear can get a species off the ground, but it can't teach it how to live once it gets there. Every system built on fear requires constant reinforcement, more control, more secrecy, more force. Compassion, by contrast, self-reinforces. Once introduced, it reduces load across the system. That's not philosophy. That's design efficiency. The wizard's workshop. If I've learned anything from years spent between machines and memories, it's this. The most advanced technologies are rarely the loudest. They work quietly, in the background, adjusting tolerances before failure becomes visible. Compassion does the same. It prevents fractures before they become crises. It restores coherence without demanding allegiance. And unlike fear, it doesn't require secrecy to function. The field that answers back. Some say the universe is indifferent. Others say it responds to intention. I don't know which is true. But I've noticed this much. When groups act from care, rather than conquest, outcomes shift in subtle ways. Fewer accidents, cleaner decisions, unexpected openings. Call it coincidence if you like. I've stopped doing that. I've seen enough improbable alignments to suspect the field notices when we notice one another. Love without naivety. Compassion is not weakness. It doesn't mean abandoning discernment or tolerating harm. Every good system has boundaries. Every healthy field has gradients. Love does not mean yes to everything. It means no to unnecessary suffering. It means building structures that protect the vulnerable without worshiping vulnerability. That balance is harder than force. That's why so few attempt it. The technology we carry forward. If humanity is to move outward, into space, into deeper contact, into realities that don't bend to our assumptions, we will need more than propulsion. We will need coherence. Not just of machines, but of values. Compassion is not the opposite of intelligence. It is intelligence applied to living systems. Love is not the absence of rigor. It is rigor aimed at preservation. Some say this is sentimental. Some say it's unscientific. I remember only this: every system that endured, every culture, every family, every crew that made it home, had at least one person who chose care when force would have been easier. Perhaps that is the real engine. Perhaps love is not what takes us to the stars, but what allows us to recognize ourselves once we get there. Chapter 8. Complete. Global Robotics Corporation.